Good morning, Matt. It's Wednesday. The original idea of that bit was the tea would steam up my glasses, but it took me so long to set everything up that the tea's not hot enough anymore. Last week, as I said, was the week of excursions, and it finished in style with a picnic in the park on Sunday afternoon, and it was a gorgeous day. I chose that day to wear a dress that finished before my knees, so sitting down on the grass was interesting. And no, I'm not too old for swings yet. Our next order of business is punishment. You're really quite a glutton for punishment, aren't you? Your last video was uploaded not on Monday, but in the early hours of Tuesday morning. And the footage wasn't actually filmed on Monday, so really you have no excuse. You're just slack. So, as a result of your slackness, there must be a punishment. I haven't thought of one yet, because everything I think of you can't really put on— well, I mean, you could put it on the internet, but you wouldn't want to put it on the internet, and I'm sure your mother wouldn't want it on the internet. Twerking them gold booty shorts. I will think of something. If anybody watching this happens to think of a suitable punishment, put it down below in the comments. I have a mustache. Now I have a mustache. Best comment wins an internet high five. In your Wednesday video last week, I think it was, you were complaining about how expensive Wellington is. No. Come live in Auckland for a while and then you will see just how lucky Wellington has. Cafe food up here is so ridiculously expensive. The coffee prices, you know, the drinks themselves seem to be one standard, the breadth of the country. But food! I was at the museum the other day, as I told you, and the sandwich that I had was $7 for a ham and salad sandwich. I go to Esquire's quite a bit because it's right on the corner, so I can just walk down, plus they have free internet. And their toasted sandwiches are like $5.90, whereas in Wellington the most you would pay is like $4 for one of those. On the other hand though, buses seem to be relatively cheap. I haven't had the need to catch one yet. I could catch the bus from the bottom of Queen Street up to the top of Queen Street for only 50 cents. So that's actually pretty good, because in Wellington that'd cost you like $1.60. I don't think I've been here long enough to really know if the overall cost of living is higher here, but I think the general consensus is that it is. So I will report back to you on that at a later date. Good evening, I'm Tom Tucker. No, I'm not. Don't be silly. As you are a member of The Nation, you will probably know about Philip DeFranco's new 50 in 52 project, where people read 50 books in 52 weeks, and he suggests books that they should read each week, and then you discuss it in the comments. And the book that they just finished was The Art of Racing in the Rain, which is a brilliant story told from the perspective of a dog. It's really good. You start off on what he believes is his last day, and he looks back over his life and the life of his family and all the things they've gone through and all the highs and the lows and the triumphs and the defeats, and it's really good. And it made me realise just how extremely emotional I get with works of fiction. I read this book in the library. I got in there and I thought, yeah, I'll give it a read and then maybe I'll go back and finish the rest of it tomorrow. I sat down and devoured that thing in a matter of hours. I cried at least 4 times in a public library. It just made me think about how extremely emotional I get with works of fiction, people who don't actually exist. Up is a perfect example. I know people will agree with me on this. The first 15 minutes of Up, if you don't cry or at least get a little bit choked up, you are not human. Because that is beautiful! Similarly with Harry Potter, we were watching the Deathly Hallows Part 2 the other night. When the Weasleys are all gathered around, crying, it's so sad. Get a little teary-eyed. And when Tonks and Lupin, it makes me sad. I saw the Days of the Bold and Restless version of Harlem Shake, and it was hilarious. I don't think I've seen one with that many people in it yet, and I definitely haven't seen one where someone was humping the roof beams. Oh my word. That was brilliant. That's the first thing I saw this morning when I woke up, so that was a pretty good way to wake up this morning. It's too hot in here, and I need to open the window, but it'll mess with the sound, so I think that means I'm done filming for today. This is your video, and now it is time to edit it and send it off to you. So in summary, you're slack, punishment's down there, I cry, see you Friday.